The contributions of Tyson Chandler on the basketball court are obvious, but his popularity is linked to not only that, but the fact that he is a well-rounded person trying to keep things in focus. For more on that, here's Tina Cervasio. Tina.
And Al, although Tyson Chandler is a native of California, he really embodies all things New York. He's vocal, he's a leader, he's a Knicks enforcer, and he really demands the best out of his teammates. We see that evident in his NBA championship ring and his Olympic gold medal. But Chandler also has passions off of the basketball court, in art, with inspirations that lie deep within his personal life, now on display through his own photography.
Alley-oop to Chandler. All the Knicks now looking for Chandler. An emphatic rejection from Tyson Chandler. Lobs to Chandler for the two-handed finish.
It took a year, but it went by in a New York minute.
Alley-oop to Chandler. Oh, what a pass from Anthony.
Yet Tyson Chandler still managed to freeze the special moments, turning basketball, travel, and charity into his own form of art.
So you're a photographer?
Yeah. Inspired. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
On September 26th at Cano Studios in New York City, the Knicks Center displayed his own personal photos for the first time in an exhibition called A Year in a New York Minute, featuring his first season as a Knick, his Olympic experience in London, and a trip to Africa.
It was an event that I worked on throughout the entire year. The photographs that I took, I think each one of them captured a different timeline of my year. And I've never unveiled any of my art to anybody outside of my family, so it was a big step for me, and I did it all for a lot of the kids and mothers and some of the individuals that I met while I was in Africa, doing some work with UNICEF after the Olympics.
Instead of celebrating his new gold medal, Chandler and his wife Kimberly traveled to Africa with UNICEF to work with their fight for the survival and development of those children in need. Throughout Chandler's journey, he visited various locations in Tanzania, including a shelter for children who live on the streets. Despite the language barrier, Chandler connected with these children. They taught him dance steps and a few words in Swahili. He returned the favor, teaching them basketball skills. Some of these children had escaped unthinkable situations, yet their smiles at the inspiration the 7-1 center was providing had the same effect on him. It was these very moments Chandler captured with his camera and then included them in his exhibition. All of the photos were then auctioned off on this evening, with the proceeds benefiting the U.S. Fund for UNICEF.
They've been through so much and still had the courage to stand up and tell their stories to a complete stranger. And so I'm like, okay, if they can do that, then I can show the world a little bit of what I've been hiding for them. I can be courageous in a little way.
While the children of Tanzania inspired Chandler to reveal something so personal, it was his own children who ignited his passion for photography.
I kind of just got into photography because, honestly, my kids, I kept missing moments. I was always into art and the drawing and painting, but my kids, I kept missing moments because I had, a little camera that couldn't capture it, and so I thought I'd go out and buy myself a little fancy camera, and from there I kind of started taking a liking to it.
What is your favorite photo you've ever taken?
I think, the ones that mean the most to me are my family, maybe my grandfather, what it symbolizes, him standing in front of, a cornfield, kind of brings back memories to me, so maybe a picture of my grandfather.
And Tyson Chandler throws it down, throws it down, throws it down.
And as Chandler continues to lead the middle of the Knicks front court in his second season in New York, his photography will continue as well.
I actually like mixing it with basketball because I feel like when I'm into photography, it gives me an opportunity to unwind a little bit, and then therefore, when I come back to basketball, it's like, I have this new energy.
Chandler on the follow.
Tyson Chandler.
The exhibition gallery in September showcased 16 of the hundreds of photos that Chandler took last season. I talked to Tyson this week, and he says he hasn't taken any photos of basketball or his teammates just yet because he's been so focused on winning basketball games, but he does want to take pictures that he could put up in the Knicks weight room for what else? Inspiration. But he has taken some pictures out in Far Rockaway, where Chandler and his wife have been doing, just like in Tanzania, incredible charity work, helping those in the wake of Hurricane Sandy. As you can see, there's a lot of depth to this person, Tyson Chandler, beyond the basketball court, Al.